Hola! It is me, once again, Metal Heart. So, it's springtime, blah, blah, blah. You don't care about the weather and all that. So, here's some background, my background. There's three things that were the center of my universe. Growing up, it was, movies, music, and comics. Okay. Over the years, I kind of grew out of comics, but I'm still, I guess you could say, obsessed with music and movies. So, I'm gonna focus on movies. Back in the day, the first movie that I fell in love with, I know it's gonna sound cliche, but I'm serious. Star Wars. I'm looking at all this going on the big screen. Look, and I'm like, wow, this is a major story. That's entertainment. Fast forward many years, the 80s. Yeah, I'm I watched this and this and this movie, and then years after, I like started to develop a strong taste for things in the 90s. I like this. I don't like this. And there are reasons why I like it. Okay, so for those that know me, they know I love scary movies, but also fantasy and sci-fi. And once in a while, psycho thrillers, crime dramas. Just make it interesting. That's all I'm asking. If you're in the entertainment industry, your job is to uh, just entertain people, take them out of reality, show them something different that they might not experience in life. Not hard to do, and yet it is hard to do. Entertaining people. People are entertained by different things. I love original movies. The weirder, the better. So, some of my favorite movies are, Dune, yes, the original. Critics can say, oh, crap, whatever. Dark City, The Crow, basically very moody, atmospheric movies. And of course, earlier in the 80s, the slasher movies, well, you know what they are. So these are the things that I hate. Okay? Uh, Short list, really. CGI, yeah, probably number one on my list. Unless it's fantasy or sci-fi, which of course requires that to get the story done. But I prefer, practical effects, especially in horror. Yeah, CGI. It's a really cheap, easy way out. I don't like it, but sometimes it requires it. Remakes. Really? Did we need a remake of this movie that wasn't that good to begin with? No. No, we didn't. No. Yeah. Hey, we got this buddy cop movie. Listen, the first time out was crap. You think the second you think the remake is gonna be better? No. No. It's like, after like the third one, here's the thing with me. Most trilogies, not, not good. Not good. So remakes, especially not good. So, all right, leading up to that, sequels. An original movie where the story, they just told you the whole story, and maybe there shouldn't be more. Why does there have to be a sequel? They're making Goonies too. I'm like, wait a minute. You found the pirate map and the treasure. What what more is there? Well, One-Eyed Willie had another secret treasure hidden. And they're all like obviously older with gray hair. And I guess they had Jeff Gorwin or whatever gain more weight to be to be chunky. Stop! Hollywood, stop! I mean, at this point, it's embarrassing. It's not. It's actually not funny. It's embarrassing. I tell people, Hollywood lost their magic like 35 years ago or something. Like they just keep putting out crap. Mostly remakes. Once in a while, sequels, and the sequels aren't great. Like, I didn't even bother watching Beetlejuice 2. I'm like, nah. The first is actually one of my favorites. Great storyline, great cast. I actually love the music. It just fit in. It was a quirky movie. It was more comedy than horror. But yeah, it's like if you want to insult me, oh, here's a remake. Oh, let's add CGI. No. Some of the best movies that I've seen relied on practical effects, especially The Thing by John Carpenter. And it's like people might say that, oh, that's more, you put more effort into that. Yeah, you should put effort into what you are making. If you're not, why the hell try? Why? You should be entertaining people. Like, so if it takes paper mache, fake blood, PVC pipe, or whatever, do it. I was like, going back to remakes, Clash of the Titans, the original, a little bit cheesy but great. The remake, no. Starring Liam Neeson and Chris Chesworth or whatever. No. Hell no. They're gonna do a sequel to Goonies and the Naked Gun remake. No, there's certain actors that can't replace the original actors. They can't do it because they don't have the personality. Leslie Nielsen was great. He was a comedic actor. I can't see Liam Neeson as a comedic actor. That's just me, I guess. There's supposed to be an Evil Dead 4. Possibly. It's still in the works. Okay. And Bruce Campbell is the only one that can play Ash. I can't imagine anyone else playing that character. Oh, hey, let's bring in Pauly Shore or something like that. What? No, or Ryan Gosling. Stop. Stop. No, it ends here. It, my, oh, listen. Hey, hey. Some of us take movies seriously. You bring in Ryan Gosling or something. Yeah, cut your hand off. So, like, but yeah, so like, these days Hollywood they're losing followers. It's like what, 15 or 17 bucks for a ticket now, and the movie might be crap. And popcorn, what is it, like 10 bucks for a bucket of popcorn, and soda is like $7. So you're spending how much on one person to see one movie? Does that make sense to anyone? So I'm like, you know what? No. You wonder why streaming is popular? You're sitting in your own home. You don't have to go out. You know, you don't have to deal with sticky floors. Don't even ask, because it's not always soda. You don't have to deal with people, talking on the phone. Hey, I'm watching a movie right now. Can you guess what it is? And they, no. So, of course, ticket sales are down. They've been down for probably like 10 years worth. Hollywood isn't putting out what people want to see. Okay? Especially Gen X. We are still around. And boomers, they're probably at home, watching movies on DVD. But it's like Gen X is probably the same. Hey, let's put in this movie that we've seen one or two or three times because people don't want to pay a high price for just watching crap. Movies haven't been the same for a while. It's just the magic is gone. And go back 30 some years and watch some of the classics on the big screen. The big screen, like at a drive-in. There are certain movies that I definitely recommend. Top of my list, The Shining, Apocalypse Now. You could say Jaws, Evil Dead, and maybe let's say Star Wars, because it's so epic. I was like, but Hollywood doesn't understand that. They always want to appeal to some audience that I don't know if they exist. Maybe it's like 100 people or something. So it's weird. I'm done with it. Done with it.